Mysterious underwater objects linked to the Tic Tac UFO from the Nimitz incident. Well, the Nimitz incident was 2004, but we even had something in the 1976 time of the Arctic with the underwater submerged object. The Trabant, the USS Trabant, took images of it as it was coming out of the water, then flying hypersonic speeds into the air. But this one has to do with the US drills off the coast of San Diego in 2004. Remember what that undated report of the USS Nimitz UFO incident discovered by news team in Las Vegas by Outer Places. Now, not only did it detail the capabilities of supposed alien craft, because these were craft that were so fast that we don't have this type of technology supposedly on Earth, from what we know so far, unless there are entities that were our ancestors, the Atlanteans, for example, pre-flood civilizations that are still remnants of around the world, hiding from us somehow. Now, this is what Manly P. Hall suggests, that they could be from the Atlanteans that escaped the flood of Atlantis and recolonized and established themselves with their advanced technology in other areas of the world. Now, not only did it detail capabilities of supposed alien craft, it also hinted at another mysterious object encountered by a different pilot during the training exercises, something huge and submerged beneath the waves encountered by a Navy fighter pilot. The details are vague, but they certainly deepen the mystery of what happened off the coast of San Diego. According to the report, on page 6, a lieutenant colonel was doing a function test flight. That's a test to see if the plane was fully functional after being repaired, when he was asked to go check out an unidentified airborne contact, quote-unquote, along with 2 other pilots. He was asked if he had any ordnance weapons that is on board. Ordnances are the weapons that are on board, to which he replied no. The officials say this was a strange request. No air controller had ever asked him that when dealing with an unknown contact situation. Why would they want to know if he had weapons? First of all, they'd know he had no weapons. But why would he need them if he was just on a functional flight to see if the plane was repaired or not? Anyway, soon after he came close to the coordinates of the unknown object and was told to skip it, quote-unquote, and head back to the controller. Instead, the lieutenant colonel decided to go and check it out. And what he found was a disturbance in the water between 50 and 100 meters in diameter that was close to a round shape. It created a large area of frothing white water and reminded the pilot of something rapidly submerging from the surface, like a submarine or a ship sinking. And soon after, he looked towards the area again and found no trace of the disturbance or any craft near the spot. According to the report, the disturbance may have been caused by an AAV that was cloaked or invisible to the human eye. The report came to light roughly a month ago when it was published by I-Team, a Las Vegas investigative news team that covers everything from crime to local events. It's still unclear whether the document is authentic, but if it is, it's one of the most persuasive pieces of evidence for modern UFOs. It's by Chris Mahon on Outer Places, Unbended Reality. And well, we know that the witnesses of the USS Nimitz, the witnesses of the ET encounters, the UFO encounters, I shouldn't say ET because they didn't see ET, they saw UFOs. The witnesses that came forward concerning the UFO encounters did say that they saw these UFOs plunge into the water and hover just underneath the surface of the water, and then they saw other tiny UFOs around this bigger UFO, as if they were hovering above the waters, trying to see, as if they were somehow checking it out. So a lot of weird going-ons during that Nimitz encounter of the UFOs, and unexplained. mysterious occurrences. And that's when the DoD decided to make an announcement calling for those who would like to record their testimonies having to do with these unidentified aerial phenomena, is what the Navy calls them, to give their reports, because now it's a matter of national security. They want to know who is behind all these things. Now, we know that the former Defense Minister of Canada, Paul Hillier, has been for decades telling us that there are such UFOs around us, and that they have been here for thousands of years, and that there are various extraterrestrials among us. And recently, the UK government has decided to release their UFO files, declassify them, and they will be coming out to the public this spring. So they will be declassifying all their UFO files, and there's been a lot of UFO sightings in Britain, and we'll be able to see them soon enough. Now, tell me what you think about this. Manly P. Hall, you'll find his videos, his interviews on YouTube, believes that they could be remnants of the Atlanteans that are still around, but of course not always visible to us. And they don't want to be meddling in our affairs, and perhaps they don't want to either. They do keep, perhaps these entities are keeping a track out for us, keeping an eye out for us, but they perhaps don't realize or don't think that we are able to handle advanced technology. Let's remember that the continent of Atlantis sank because of their haughtiness and their misuse of advanced technology. They had time travel, space travel, air travel, of course, around the world, interdimensional travel, and they even brought in interdimensional beings for the detriment of humanity. And because of their misuse, they believe that that was their demise and the cause of Atlantis sinking. So perhaps, and there were also the first deities of, for example, ancient Egypt, Thoth being one of them, Thoth, Thoth Hermes Trismegistus. And in the Emerald Tablets, you find a playlist here in my videos. He wrote the Emerald Tablets, and he says he even had a spaceship, and he buried it under a sphinx on a plateau of pyramids. He doesn't say it was Giza. He doesn't tell us where it is. He just tells us that it's somewhere in Egypt. So perhaps these entities, as what Manly P. Hall tells us, are still around today, and they may be our ancestors who believe that we don't have the intelligence or the spiritual maturity to handle these types of technologies. They didn't either, obviously. That was their demise. And they may be around even today. But certainly there are those who believe that there are secret space programs as well. These may be parts of those programs. What do you think? Anyway, tell me what you think, because this is very strange. There seems to be an uptick of sightings. It's perhaps because people have their cell phones and can very easily take pictures and videos of these things. It's easier now than it was maybe 10, 20 years ago. You just zip out your cell phone and you take an image or a video of it. So tell me what you think these things may be. Thank you for your support. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.